Hi, I'm Kate and I'm here to Stormbreak with you today. Now, this activity is all about self-care. Self-care is about taking care of yourself. It means we can recognise difficult feelings and we have ways to help us with them. Now, Christmas is a time of excitement and fun, but sometimes we need help to calm down and sometimes we need time out. We can feel all sorts of emotions all within the same day, and that's okay. Now, this activity shows us a way to stop and pause and choose how we want to react. Now, you're going to need a hat for this activity. So what you should do now is pause the video, go look for a hat somewhere in your house and come back. If you haven't got a hat, don't worry, I'll show you an alternative. But pause the video now and go and see what you can find. Okay, I've got my Christmas hat. What sort of hat have you found? And if you haven't found a hat, don't worry, I'll show you what to do in a minute. Now, put your hat to one side. And what we're going to do is come up with 3 different emotions or feelings, and they're the sorts of things that we might experience around Christmas time. Now, when you hear the emotion and you see it come across the screen at the bottom, I want you to come up with a movement. Okay? It's entirely up to you what that movement looks like. It might be completely different to mine, and that's absolutely fine. But do the movement and travel around in your space. The movement that really to you says that feeling. Okay? Now, we'll start with worry. Because sometimes we do feel a bit worried around Christmas time, don't we? We might feel a little bit overwhelmed or a bit anxious about everything that's going on, okay? So I want you to think about a movement that shows worry, okay? A little think. And when you're ready, we're going to do our movement. Are you ready? Let's go. Okay, now find your magic hat and put it on your head. If you haven't got a hat, just put your hands on your head like this. And now with your hat on your head, I want you to close your eyes and put one hand on your chest and one hand on your tummy. Now, your hat is magic. When you put it on your head, it allows you to stop and pause. Add some deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Because this gives ourselves some time, and we call this our breathing space. Let's do it again, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Once more. Okay, let's move on to our next feeling or emotion. So take your hat off. The next word, the next feeling is going to be frustration. Okay, so there might be a situation around Christmas time, perhaps if there's an issue with relationships with the people that are close to you, where you might feel frustrated, you might even feel a bit angry. So let's see what our movement looks like for that. Are you ready? Let's go. Okay, go and find your magic hat. Okay, out on your head. Eyes closed, one hand on your chest, one on your tummy. Let's take those deep breaths. Well done. Now this breathing space just gives us a little bit of time between the feeling that we've just experienced and how we're going to react. It's a really useful tool to use when you're feeling a bit frustrated or angry. Okay, let's do our last emotion now. A feeling that I hope we're all going to experience as we lead up to Christmas, and that is excitement. Okay, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, go and find your magic hat. Okay, hat on. Eyes closed. And hand on chest and hand on tummy. And take those big deep breaths. Well done, fantastic. Oh, well done. Now, we looked at 3 different emotions there, didn't we? And it's okay to have lots of different feelings. It's often quite common to have lots of different feelings all in the same day. But it's fine to be able to stop and breathe and take a breather when you need to. Now, you could do this activity again and you could try and think about some different emotions. What would they look like? What type of movement would you do for those? Now, don't forget your magic hat. And when you feel that emotion, just stop and pause. And it doesn't have to be a hat. You could use something else. You could find a pebble or a special Christmas decoration. But give yourself some breathing space before moving on. This is a great way to make ourselves feel better, to put ourselves first and to really look after ourselves. Now have a wonderful Stormbreak Christmas and I'll see you very soon.